Okay, I think we are recording now. So I'm going to talk you through your process as to how you can complete your own video CV and get you started with using the video CV portal. So the first page you'll be greeted with will ask you to include your details. So that's where you'll need to put in your name and your email address. And then this is the page that you will be faced with once you have done that. So it will just let you know that you'll need access to your camera and microphone so that you can proceed with the interview. So I'm going to click start. And then this is what your screen will look like. So it will be divided down the middle, and you'll be able to see yourself there, and then your questions will appear on the other side of the screen. So at this point you will need to check your settings, make sure that your lighting's okay, make sure that you're in the frame, all of that important stuff before you start your video CV. So I'm going to say that everything's working. Okay, and you'll be asked 5 questions, and it won't take you longer than 10 minutes to complete this. So let's go ahead. So I'm ready. So first question, look into the camera and tell us your first name and where you're located. It's always a good idea to read out the questions because it just helps you a little bit with this section. So my name's Estella Lionheart and I am located in Stafford. Starting with your most recent employer and going back a maximum of 5 years. Tell us where you've worked, what your role was, and tell us one success story from each placement. So I'm currently working at the Ministry of Witches and involved in teaching young witches how to become wise and responsible using their spells. Prior to that, I worked at the Institute of Witches Collaboration, where I was involved in sorting out the broomsticks and making sure that they were functioning correctly. You have to really watch those. So, one success story, making sure that my students passed and were responsible throughout their time in the institution. What academic qualifications do you currently possess? How far along in your training are you with your professional development? So, for me, my academic qualifications consist of a witch's degree in sorcery and also a extended course in the art of potion making. So this is at this point you would like to share your own. Notice as well that you can restart your interview at any time. So if I didn't like my answer, I could go back to the beginning and restart it over again. What do you believe your future employer can offer you by way of development? Well, I want to ensure that my future employer is invested in my personal and professional development, in becoming a wiser and more skilled and trained witch. So that would be predominantly what I would be looking for in my future employer. Oh, and have some liberty to be able to conduct my own studies as well on the side. What are you looking for in your next role, and what type of environment do you excel in? Small teams, big firm? Well, I'm a bit of a loner, really. I like to work on my own. I'll work in a team if I have to, but that's what I tend to like doing. I want to work on my own because witches we're quite solitary, really. So hopefully you'll say that you work well in a team as well and can share your experiences too. So it also gives you a time frame too. Look into the camera and tell us your way. So as you can see, I've completed my video CV now. I can check through to see what my answers were like, if I'm happy with them, if I want to keep them. It gave you a time frame as well. I was saying just before I got cut off, to give you an indication of how long you want to spend on each question. And then when you're happy with it, you can review it, you can watch it back and make sure that you're happy to submit it. So I'm going to say that I am happy with that one and submit my recording. And then at this point, again, I can, it's a person it's been submitted and I can look back at it again and make sure. So that is basically the whole process for your video CV and what you will be expected to do. Your answers will be far more developed than mine in this instance, and um, it's something really worth doing to improve your chances of standing out from the crowd. At the moment, it's really challenging at the moment. Video CVs are just a brilliant way to stand out from the crowd and really get noticed. And it's a really good way, as you can see, to get to know what the person's like, how they talk, how you get across your personality. And that's really what the focus is with video CVs. It's not about being perfect. It's not about making sure that you say exactly the right thing. It's about being human and being yourself. So if you hesitate, if you repeat yourself, that's not going to ultimately affect your chances. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that it's really getting across who you are. So don't worry about the perfections. Nobody's perfect. And just go for it. Don't let your confidence hold you back. So that would be our advice. Good luck with your own video CVs and recording them, and take care. Hope you found this helpful.